All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our small contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, I did inform you that today we're going to be actually showing you the steps of how we deployed our contract. So let's get that started. First and foremost, let me get my MetaMask wallet open so I can show you that we are indeed logged in and everything is the way it's supposed to be. So you can see we are logged into our wallet. We do have funds here, so we are funded. You can see we are using our test account here, our test network. We had to create this account. Now we're going to go over to the Tenderly website. This is where we hold all of our transactions. And as you can see, we are these are transactions from 10 days ago are the ones we actually done when we first started doing deployments. So like I said, I've been quite a while ahead. I've been ahead for quite a while. I just haven't been able to catch up with you guys inside the actual episodes, but we have been doing this for quite some time. I just did a test deployment now before I started the video to make sure everything's still going smooth. You can see that everything went through. You can tell it's mine by the address. This is our address here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to our Remix IDE. We're gonna actually go over to the deploy button. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna do this injected provider MetaMask. So we're gonna do that. You can see here what we want to do is we want to place our. Well, let me get in the. We already got it up and loaded here, so I can do that. So the X63 is actually my wallet address. So I can pull that up and show you right now. So what you want to do to connect your MetaMask to your Remix is you want to take this address here. You can see it's the same address via copy, and we'll paste it over here into our Remix IDE. Now our wallet and our Remix IDE are effectively connected. So with that being done, we can actually get and come over here, compile our contract, make sure everything still goes. It's the same exact contract. I didn't make any changes to the contract. It's the same thing I showed you yesterday. So everything is compiled. We'll come over to the deploy button. We'll go ahead and deploy this contract, and it should pop up on our MetaMask asking us if we want this deployment to go through, which is a transaction. So we do have to get a transaction confirmation. So you can see here, deploy a contract. This site wants you to deploy a contract. Request from remix.ethereum.org. This is the how much is going to cost in gas, 0.01 ETH. We got to confirm that. And bam, we just made our first transaction or our first deployment of a contract. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to this Tenderly. We're going to go ahead and update the site. Now, this Tenderly is like an Ether scan for test chains where you can test out transactions. And you see, we just got the confirmation from MetaMask letting us know that the deployment went through. Our transaction was confirmed. So let's get in refresh this website, and it should be a transaction from just now from us. So we'll be able to see that over here. Like I said, this is like an Ether scan for test sites. You can see here, this is ours. This is what we created. Our test chain. Our account was funded, completed, integrated, and deployed. Completed. Send the transaction completed. We completed all these steps days ago. I'm just now being able to show you. You can see we do have a deployment from just now. This is the blockage song. This is our address. You can see it matches up with the rest of the addresses, letting you know that this is indeed our transaction that we just committed from our MetaMask. So in effect, we just made our first deployment. Now, not only do deployments cause transactions, but changes to the contract also cause and when I told you that the orange buttons are all transactions, so anytime we make a transaction change, it's actually going to get deployed as a transaction. So we have to confirm it also in the MetaMask. So I'm going to pull that up for you so I can show you now. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me make this a little bit lower here so you can do this. We'll do that, and then hit the transaction button, and it should pop up on the MetaMask also asking us if we want to actually go through with this confirmation. As you can see, it's popping up now. So bam, here it is. It's the same exact process. So anytime we deploy a contract or make any changes to the contract, it gets treated as a transaction with our MetaMask. So we have to confirm it also. We'll go back over here to our Tenderly. We'll refresh it just to make sure everything went through. It got confirmed with the MetaMask. As you can see here, another notification popped up. This is our 8 confirmation. I did this 8 times already. I think 6 times 10 days ago, once today, and then once just now for you again. So we'll go down again. I can show you that it just went through for the update. Yeah, this is our just now. So 2 minutes ago was the first one I showed you. This is one that we just updated with Tiffany. And yeah, so it's transacted. So like I said, this acts as an Ether scan. It has a history of all of the transactions that we made. You can tell all of these are our address. Move down a little bit more. And some of them are other addresses from other people using the test network as well. But all of these 063 are all us. These are all the transactions we made. So 10 days ago, this is when we started actually doing it. And these are all the ones from today that I just did for you today. So you just actually saw me walk through the process of deploying the contract, getting it confirmed on the MetaMask, and then having it pop up in the history on the Tenderly Ether scan. and then we made an update to our contract, and you can see how that came through as a transaction also. Let's do one more. Let's do a store. So you can see how we remember we had our index. Our favorite number was 7 because it's hard coded to 7 inside of our constructor input. Let's get an update that number to 10. And remember, orange button is a transaction. So anytime you see an orange button and you click on it, you're actually performing a transaction that's going to need to get confirmed on your MetaMask, and it's going to cost gas. So let's get it confirmed. I'm going to store that new number. Let me see. Did I hit the store button? Or did I move too quickly? There it is. So yeah, they go through now. So you can see here, we just updated our favorite number. It's asking us to confirm. Let's get it confirm it here. So let's make sure that it actually changed here. There it is. It took a little while, I guess, because it's an actual transaction now. It takes a little bit longer. When we weren't making transactions, it was immediate. But now that you see that it's actually going through, it's you can see here it's changed, and I hit it twice, so that's why you can see. Let's get it confirm it anyway. I didn't know that there's a lag when you're actually live making transactions, but yeah, we sent it through twice. Doesn't matter. It's all good. So yeah, so we just stored our new number to 10 from the previous 7 number that was hard coded in our constructor. So again, once you hit that orange button, you make a transaction. It has to be confirmed by your MetaMask because you are using gas to make that transaction, and everything gets confirmed over here inside of our Tenderly website. Let me go ahead and refresh that so you can see. And you have to refresh after every transaction so it can show you the live feed of what's going on. And you can tell, of course, this is my website. You can see PP. You know what that stands for, obviously. The Python Papi. So you can see here just now, this is us again. This is the block it's on. This is our address. So you just saw us deploy a contract. You saw us make a change to the contract, and then you saw us make another change to the contract, and everything went through smooth. So you saw how we integrated our MetaMask to our Remix IDE. We were able to confirm transactions and deployments, and then we were able to keep track of those transactions over here on the Tenderly website. Basically, that's everything that's going on with the deployments. This is a pretty simple contract that we were just putting together for show. We are working on a more complex contract now, and I can't wait to show you what's going on with that. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.